Hello, everyone. Dan Priest, PwC Cloud and Digital Leader here. Thanks for tuning in to Take 5 with AWS and PwC. Today's topic, how to balance the ambition to innovate with having the right technical foundation in place to make business reinvention a reality. I'm delighted to be joined by a special guest from AWS, Kamal Arora, to share his insights on this important discussion. Kamal, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dan. Pleasure to be here.
Great to have you. Well, we only have 5 minutes, so let's get started on a lightning round style conversation. Along the lines of ambitious tech, what do you think is one of the most underrated technological innovations that should be on our radar?
My personal favorite, I would say, is the connected devices, IoT space, because literally everything, if you see right now, it's all connected. I mean, if you look at the offices, if you look at the oil wells, the factories, the cars, in fact, on my desk as well here, there are at least 5 devices which are connected right now. So there's steady stream of data which is being streamed to the cloud. And this IoT, the connected devices aspect, this I think is although a lot of innovation has already happened, but there's much more to come. So we're still at day one. So this is my personal one, which I think is really has the potential for future. And I'm really personally excited about it.
So with that in mind, for companies looking to adopt technology, such as what you just talked about, too often we see tension between an organization's reinvention ambitions versus having the right technical foundation to deliver on that ambition. What are some of the challenges organizations are facing when it comes to this imbalance?
So before starting the reinvention process, I think one of the important things a lot of the customers really want to do is setting the foundation correctly. We be it the guardrails around, say, security or DevOps, DevSecOps. I think that is super essential. However, the biggest challenge which we typically see in the customer environments, it's not a technology challenge. It's more about the people and the culture issues, which are really the innovators or challenges. And what we see is that the organizations who take a top-down goal around adopting cloud, adopting this reinvention journey, where the leadership is bought into it and they are guiding the entire vision around it. Those are the organizations who are being really successful around it. Then the other thing which I typically see as this balance or imbalance, what we say, is that a lot of the customers or the organizations, they want to get to the cloud fast and they're thinking about every single workload, how to get that onto cloud. But in our opinion, it's more like a journey. You have to figure it out as you kind of go through that process. We kind of help you with the assessment. We look at defining that roadmap, what goes to the cloud first, what is a medium term path, what is a long term path. And then in an iterative way, I think the customers can reap the benefit of cloud. And that is how the customer should think about it. So it's a journey, and we have tools, we have technology, we have services to enable it.
So how can leaders proactively prepare and address that tension you just described before it becomes a serious roadblock?
Yeah. So Dan, again, there are multiple ways to do it, but one of the frameworks that we have developed in our professional services organization, it's called the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. So that framework basically helps you assess your maturity or the customer's maturity across different pillars, which are around business, people, governance, platform, security, and operations. So we go through a deep inspection in terms of how the customer is set up from that journey part. What are the challenges which they may uncover as they kind of go on that cloud adoption or cloud transformation journey, how to bridge those gaps. So that is an important assessment, and it gives the customers a clear understanding of where they are and how to get to the end state where they want to be. Just to give you a couple of examples, right? From a business perspective, we typically look at customers, their overall outcomes they want to accomplish. Is it more agility? Is it more about cost reduction? Or is it more about some merger acquisition scenario? And is the customer ready for those scenarios or those business outcomes or not? That is one angle to look at it. Similarly, from a people perspective, of course, the skilling is an important part. So we look at workforce management, workforce skilling, and what will it take for the customer to kind of be successful in their journey to cloud and operating the workload in cloud. That assessment again kind of gives you that detail on what needs to be done to get to that final state. So those are the kind of things which we help with, and I would highly recommend any customer to look at because it gives you a deeper understanding of where you stand right now and how to get to the end state in a seamless fashion.
Kamal, thank you for joining me today. Stay tuned for the next opportunity to take 5 with AWS and PwC. See you soon.